That's right, it's the big show. Blaine Densley, Matt Simmons, your front row. 30 laps we put on the board. Green flag at the ready. Let's get this one run and won right here at Avalon Raceway. Wingless sprints. It's time to get it on at Avalon. We're green. Densley to that inside, Simmons to the outside. He's kind of forced there, but he's got momentum. We'll just stack it and rack it in P2 right there. Wheel in 3. Travis Miller in 4. 1 lap about to go into the books right now. Blaine looks good, but Simmons is right behind. Luke Will in hot company of that top 3. Travis Miller in 4. Thomas McDonald's got his hands full. Chris Temby's coming through. So Temby trying to come through on that inside groove on the exit out of turn 3 and 4. Here comes Thomas McDonald in the 20. He's just behind both Miller and Temby. Your leader is checked on out of here. We're only a couple laps in at the moment. Blaine Densley has got himself out to almost the second lead over Matt Simmons. Wheel in 3. Very similar distance in operation between first, second and third. Travis Miller in 4th. He's ahead of Chris Temby and Thomas McDonald. Here comes McDonald, got a little bit sideways, almost touched the concrete wall on the exit out of turn 4. He's trying to put that right foot down as much as he can. Jake Warren now makes a move. Jaden Locke almost unlocks that car on the exit out of turn 4. That number 4 is a bullet at the moment. Jake Warren, Ricky Bailey, Jack Regan all deep in this one. 24 laps remaining. Your leader, Blaine Densley, in the Victoria number 9, looks steady at the moment. And I tell you what, Gav, he's going to have to come up to a little bit of lap traffic, and that's almost 2 or 3 wide just ahead of him. But if he's smart enough, he'll just slow down the pace.
Yeah, he's got a few laps to go. He doesn't realise how much of a lead he's got over very tough competition. In Matty Simmons, Luke Wheel, Trav Miller back in P4, the SummerSlam Series champion. Boy, Chris Temby and Thomas McDonald have been going toe-to-toe. That's been a fun one to watch. 8 needs to run. Jaden Locke, as you said, has been mighty tonight. Only 1 year out of junior quarter midgets going to a wingless sprint. And he's been superb. Jake Warren next in line, Ricky Bailey, Jack Regan, as now your leader has caught the back markers. Logan Davis, the first driver, under enormous pressure here. Which way will he go? You know how good the 9's been at using that diamond as he works in low. Oh, a little just a buck and a ride there on entry to turn number 1. Car settles as he works his way into 3. I got a feeling everybody's a little tight after the modified sedans have just worked on this racetrack. Plenty of moisture as we saw in the opening couple of events. Look at that beautiful move. Drives it in deep and then motors out. Just like that, there's 2 back markers between himself and Matt Simmons. Luke Wheel, Trav Miller's a long way back to P4. This will be fun to watch, mate. In traffic, he does not know how much of a lead that he's got. It is a bulk amount of traffic and time between first and second. And he's making it look easy, isn't he? Nick Bryant we saw win that B-main convincingly, and he's already caught him. Andrew Kuhn just ahead of him. Boy, that was a little close. Couple of back markers just running a spread across the track. Simmons now disposes of Davis. Side by side ahead of your race leader. Boy, that'll not impress the V9. And with good reason as well. There is nowhere to go for your race leader. Just needs to be patient, Jake Morrell. He's halfway home as they clear a little now for him.
Yeah, and I just feel like the pressure just mounts every lap that goes on, and that 9, Luke Will pull to the infield, will play no further part in this one. Ooh, I just felt like every lap that went, that Blaine wasn't able to get past, it just built the pressure on himself. As you said, there was no looking behind. You can't see what's happening behind, but they were definitely a long distance, something like 1.5 seconds in operation between Blaine Densley and Matt Simmons. Miller in 3. And there is cars everywhere, and Gav, they look really tight coming out of turn 3 and 4, and this is where you just got to trust the back markers don't get off their line.
Yeah, I felt the same too. The modified sedans have just worked the track a little. Now there's a couple between them as he goes by Ricky McCubbin. Nick Ryan still carrying good car speed. He hasn't been able to clear him. This was always the challenge. Matty Simmons is finding the same difficulties that Blaine Densley has already suffered as well as Trav Miller goes to third. A shame for Luke Wheel. Was running extremely well as we go yellow. Amber lights are on for Andrew Kuhn over in turn number 2, and this will give some clear air to your race leader, who was heavy traffic. Man, you don't ever say that the run had...
Here we go, single file restart, 13 laps to go, wingless sprints. This is the Super Series round number 3 right here at Avalon Raceway, brought to us by Dirtex Industries. Look at Travis Miller trying to go, trying to catch Blaine Densley. Your leader gets through the single file restart cone. Travis Miller to the inside, three-wheeling, good feeling, not so much for Miller. Washes off speed. Here comes T-Mac, Thomas McDonald, P3. Jaden Locke has been ultra impressive here tonight. He's currently operating in that P4 spot, trying to get on a podium. T-Mac to the inside of Miller. Miller maintains his cool, moves to P2. There is no catching Blaine Densley right now. 12 laps will turn to 11. Travis Miller in P2. McDonald and Locke. Locke just almost got the front up. That allowed Thomas McDonald to sneak into P3. McDonald's gone a little bit higher on the exit out of turn 3 and 4. Locke can't capitalise on that one. Then we go back to Jake Warren in 5. Aiden Robertson been good. He's moved up in P6. Jack Regan's there as well in 7. Aaron Lawrence in 8. Ricky Bailey in 9. And Luke Johnson in the 76. Round out your top 10. Your leader is checked on out of here. Almost something like 2 seconds of difference between first and second. It's basically a straightaway. Blaine Densley has been ultra impressive here tonight. 2 heat race wins and has been a commanding lead so far here. Travis Miller in 2, Thomas McDonald in 3, Jaden Locke in 4 in the VX4. Then we come back to Warren and Aiden Robinson. They're battling it out for 5th and 6th. Jack Regan's been good. He's in P7 at the moment on that inside groove on the exit out of 4. 7 laps at the moment, Gav, and I tell you what, there is no catching our leader right now. First, second and third are probably set, but it's a battle a little bit further on.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you look at the outright pace, his single lap speed is still almost, well, a little more than 2/10 quicker than Matt Simmons, who's out of the equation. Chris Temby is 3rd quickest, Luke Wheel 4th, Aiden Robinson, and then finally you get to 6th place Trav Miller as the yellows are on.
Aiden Robinson, I think, the man that you were just talking about.
Yeah, Aiden's been quick over the one
rolling lap, so maybe 1 or 2 spots just to change. I can hear the chief steward next door talking to our drivers at this point. So waiting to see if there's 1 or 2 positions to change. But that top 5 is definitely locked in at this point. And you talked about the likes of Thomas McDonald. He came from a little bit deep. He started from P6, now holds P3. Jaden Locke came from P12. He's in P4. Jake Warren as well, started in P9. He's up to P5. So there's been some movers and shakers in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Thomas McDonald needs to be careful while he's having a cheeky look at the 93 of Trav Miller for the runner-up spot. He's also got to be mindful that that 4th place car in the V4, Jaden Locke, is also close enough to challenge. So how aggressive do you get at the restart? Do you fall in line? Do you have a cheeky look on the outside? Same goes for Trav Miller. How hard do you go after the 9? You know how good Blaine Densley's been throughout the opening 24 laps of this 30-lap main event. Wingless sprints, lights are out. Cautions breed cautions, Jake Morrell, but we've had a great night at the skids. Let's get her done. Time to go racing. Restart time with 6 on the board.
Here we go. Final 6 laps of the night. We're away. Green flag. Single file restart. Everybody got to get through cleanly here at the moment. Densley, T-Mac, Thomas McDonald has a look at Miller. On the exit out of 2, can't make it stick. Hold steady for P3. Ahead is Travis Miller in P2. Your leader is out of there. Miller had to take 2 turns at the wheel there. Has that opened the door for Thomas McDonald in 1 and 2? He's got the inside groove. Miller's got the momentum on the outside groove right there. Robinson calls it a night. Back in 4th is Locke at the moment. He's waiting for a gap to open up for him. Then we go back to 5th of Warren, 6th of Jack Regan. Nicholas Ryan, he started his night off not well, but he's contending now, trying to get a top 5 spot, just outside of it at the moment. 3 laps remaining. Your leader has looked as clean as a whistle right now. Holds a steady 1.6 second lead. Miller maintains P2. Thomas McDonald came to the inside groove in turn 3 and 4. Can he make it stick in 1 and 2? Not at this point. That mid to high track actually looks like it's got some really good momentum at the moment. White flag will be in action. Jaden Lock in 4. 5th right now is Jake Warren. Nicholas Ryan and Jack Regan were going at it for 6th and 7. Ryan got up 1 spot. All eyes now on turn 3 and 4. Blaine Densley, the Victoria number 9, comes out of turn 3 and 4. Will pick up tonight's feature win. 2nd place will be Travis Miller. 3rd, Thomas McDonald. 4th, Jaden Lock. 5th, Jake Warren. Nicholas Ryan in 6th. Jack Regan in 7. Matt Simmons in 8. Scott here. Aaron Lawrence in 9. Luke Johnson in 10. Ricky McCubbin in 11, Ricky Bailey in 12, Wayne Logue in 13, Aaron Coon in 14, Logan Davis in 15, and that rounds out our 15 car finishes after the 30 laps, and just like that, we got it run and won. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Blaine Densley.